Hi everyone, Happy New Year. Hey yogis, so today I wanted to share with you about the Modern Essentials book. So this book is actually at our Old Town Yoga studio in Clovis, and it's underneath the tea cart, and I wanted to share a bit about it because it's very important in learning about essential oils. When we're teaching a class, we have a lot of students that might come up and ask us something about how do you use a yoga pose, or what yoga pose do you use to be able to help with this condition, right? And so sometimes we know right off the top of our head, and then other times we have to look it up and research it, and I'll get back to them about it. And it's the same thing with essential oils. So if we don't know, we need to find out. And where do we go for that information? Well, you have this book at the studio, and this book is it's called like the Oil Bible. It's the Modern Essentials book. It's this hardcover, and it's actually the 9th edition. This is not the latest edition. We have an 11th edition, and this book comes out every fall from a vendor of doTERRA. And so this is a way for you to research and figure out how you can help yourself or somebody else, maybe a student, a family member, or a friend, using essential oils. Because as you use essential oils more in our classes, you will have people come up to you and ask you, how do I use this oil for that? And if you don't know, this is a great resource for you to check it out. So a little bit about this book. This comes from Aroma Tools. Aroma Tools is a beautiful building. It has everything essential oil you can think of. So it's a building that is in Salt Lake City. Actually, it's in Pleasanton, Utah. And it is packed with roller balls and sample vials and sprays and books and anything you want to know about anything, how to use essential oils and educate yourself. There's tear pads, classes. I mean, you name it, they have everything. And I've been there several times. So you can order off of aromatools.com if you're starting to use your essential oils more and you need different things for it, like glass bottles. They have a lot of inexpensive things, and that's my go-to. And that's where I actually got one of these books. So this book was introduced to me when I first started in my doTERRA journey, in my oil journey, because I was interested in how to use essential oils for my son's allergies. And really, we just got out this book, we looked it up, and it was a great way to be able to figure out how to use essential oils and what protocols to use, what recipes to use. So I highly recommend it. So how do you even use this book? So what you want to do is really on the first, right when you open it, on the very first page, it's going to give you like, how do you use essential oils? With doTERRA, you can use them in 3 different ways. You can use them aromatically, topically, and on the bottle, it will tell you if you can take it internally. You have to always check the bottle first, and it will always tell you how you can apply it and use it. And here in this book, it's going to allow you to address, certain safety precautions in case you need to carry your oil with certain oils. Some oils are photosensitive, so we want to be careful with that. For the most part, we are applying oils on the wrists in class, and it's the safest place to apply oil, so we should be okay with that. On this next page, it's going to show you little symbols. It's going to give you a symbol of a hand. That means you can apply it topically. Aromatically, it's like a little wavy diffuser symbol. And then internally, it's going to show a drop of oil. I know you can't see this, but just for you to be able to know and how to navigate this book. So that's the first part where you want to be able to know how to use the oils, because as you move through the book, it will show you those symbols time and time again. Another important part of this book is if you're into reflexology, it shows you reflexology points. So a lot of times we'll use the oils in the hands, right? And if you're applying the oil into the hands, say you're using peppermint that day and you have somebody that's really having an issue with their sinuses or their allergies, it's amazing to be able to put that oil in the hand, rub it near the fingertips, and this is where the reflexology points are for the sinuses. and all the different symptoms in the body, because we have three different reflexology parts of our body: in the ears, in the hands, and then on the feet. So in doTERRA, we use a lot of it on the feet, especially if I'm really helping somebody, or we have kids or babies, or it just maybe even elderly that we're trying to help. But mainly we go with just the hands. So this is an important part of this book as well. You might want to also check out the reflexology parts of the book. Okay. This book also goes through all the science. If you're science-minded and love that, it has all the science and all the makeup of each oil and how they're blended. If you thumb through a little further, it's going to give you almost every oil that we have in doTERRA. There's over 100 different oils. We also offer products and supplements and amazing things because we want it to become a natural lifestyle. So as you start to thumb through the book, you're going to find all the single oils in the very beginning, and then you're going to find all the blended oils towards, like, you know, after the single oils, and then all the supplements and anything else that you might want to look up. So I'm going to thumb to peppermint today because I mentioned that one, and I want to share with you exactly what you're looking for when you look this up. Okay, so if you look up peppermint, it's gonna look like this, right? It's gonna say peppermint. It's gonna give you, in the green, all the different things that will treat peppermint. So whatever condition is happening, any ailments that are happening, you're gonna be able to use this peppermint for that. Now everybody is different, right? So it's just like a natural medicine. You have to be able to kind of tweak it according to everybody's chemistry. So if it doesn't work for one, it might work for somebody else, just so you know that. But what it's gonna do is it's gonna give you a history of the plant. It's gonna give you, actually it gives you the French medicinal uses. That's mainly on a lot of them it does that, it's pretty cool. How to use it with different systems in the body, all the safety precautions you need to address, and then it's gonna just kind of break it down into more of a science if you love that. So that is a way to just look up the plant, the history of the plant, the science of the plant, and how it can be treated with that oil, what can be treated with that oil. Okay, so a little further back, once you get through all the single oils, the blended oils, and all the different products that doTERRA has, then you get to ailments, okay? So this is pretty cool because you can look up anything from, like I did when I first started, allergies. You can look up colic, if you have a baby that has colic. You can look up like PMS symptoms. You can look up, I mean, even more significant things like Lou Gehrig's disease and how to address oils and how to treat that condition naturally. So I was looking up allergies because I wanted to show you what my protocol was. But what you do is you look up the ailment, okay? And there's a lot of different ones. They are not all in here, of course, but a lot of times it will direct you on where to go. It'll give you the description of the ailment. It'll give you a simple solution, which is in that purple part. It's just gonna give you an idea of how to quickly treat it if you have these products and things around, like maybe you have a roller ball or maybe you need that fractionated coconut oil. And so it's gonna give you that simple solution. And then it's gonna give you the oils to treat it. And I know you can probably see the different colors right here, but what it's suggesting in the oils to treat allergies are, in the red, it shows like melaleuca, lavender, and lemon. In orange, it shows Roman chamomile, melissa, patchouli, and blue tansy. And then there is a green section, eucalyptus and spikenard, okay? That's an interesting one. It's a cool one. It's interesting that they put that one on there. Anyways, but how do you know which oils to use? Because they're allowing you lots of different options, right? The ones in red are highly recommended. So if you have those ones, go with that one. Do you have to use all of them? No, you can use one or two. If you don't have those ones in the red, then you go down to the orange ones. If you have those ones, you use 1 or 2. If you don't have those ones, then you go down to the green and you would use 1 or 2 of those ones. So you can kind of tweak it to what you have on hand. I know the studio has a lot of different oils on hand, and if you have an ailment and somebody comes up to you, or you or your friend or a student comes up and they want to know about it, you can look up the plant, show them all the chemistry and all the uses for that oil. And then if they have an ailment, you can also check out the ailment and then refer back to which oils it's suggesting. Pretty cool. There's a lot of different ones. This book is hardcover here and in the studio. This is mine at home, but I have the latest edition, and just like I said, every year it does update. So there are new oils that are in this book, and it's not, it's okay that we use this one at the studio. I'm gonna get you a newer one, of course, but I wanted you to be able to kind of figure out what to use and how to use it, because you probably didn't even know what this book was, right? And I gave this book a couple years ago, and now that I'm really diving into all of this, I have absolutely had so many benefits to it. So it comes in an app as well. So you can put the app on your phone. It's $3.99. It's Modern Essentials app. It doesn't come from Aroma Tools, but if you wanted to order online, that's where you would order all of your supplies for your oil essentials. Okay. The last part here, I just wanted to show you, they do have in the back of the book a DIY section. Anything from bath bombs to scrubs to deodorant to lotions. I mean, you name it, it's gonna give you DIY recipes. So you can use your oils in many, many different ways. Now, I wanted to share that with you today. I thank you for joining me and allowing me to educate you via the internet. But if you have any comments or questions, please message me at any time. I'm here for you. I want you to grow in your education. I want you to use it on your students, and I want you to love it. So holler at me if you need me. I'm here for you. Bye, everybody.